father and said,
"This year I'm not going to wear a mask. I'm going to paint my face and make it very, very scary."
That's nice, Lance. It's a lot less work for me. You go on and paint your face.
So, Lance went to the bathroom and painted worms coming out of his hair, ants crawling on his cheeks, and snakes coming out of his mouth. Then he went downstairs, walked up behind his father, and said,
"Boom! Ah!" Not scary enough. I wanted him to fall over.
So, Lance went back upstairs and painted green brains coming out of the side of his head, one eye falling down over his face, and orange goop coming out of his nose. Then he went downstairs, walked up behind his father, and said,
"Boom! Ah!"
His father fell right over.
Scary enough.
Then, Lance put a pillowcase over his head, got another pillowcase for candy, and walked down the street. He went out to a house. A big man opened the door and said,
"First kid for Halloween. So nice to see a little kid for Halloween."
Lance lifted up his pillowcase and said,
"Boom!
"Ah!" The man fell right over. But Lance wanted some candy, so he said very softly,
Trick or treat.
nothing happened. He said it a little bit louder.
Trick or treat.
Nothing happened. So Lance went inside, and there was an enormous table full of candy. He put it all in his bag. Then, even though his bag was very, very heavy, he walked down the street and went to another house. A lady opened up the door and said,
"First kid for Halloween. It's so nice to see a little kid for Halloween."
Lance lifted up his pillowcase and said,
"Boom!
"Ah!" The lady yelled and fell right over. But Lance wanted some candy, so he said very softly,
Trick or treat.
nothing happened. He said it a little louder.
Trick or treat."
Nothing happened. So Lance went inside, and there was an enormous table full of candy. He put it all in his bag. Then Lance went into the kitchen and opened up the refrigerator. He took out 10 boxes of ice cream, 20 cans of ginger ale, 3 watermelons, 10 frozen pizzas, and a turkey. Lance dragged the pillowcase across the porch. He fell down the stairs and landed in the middle of the street. The police car came by. The policeman jumped out, looked at Lance, and said,
Hey, kid, what's the matter with you? You can't be sitting in the middle of the street like this. Take your bag of candy and go home.
Look. My bag is so heavy, I can't even move. My house is just down the street. Can you please help me bring my candy home?
Well, all right. I'll take your bag of candy to your house.
The policeman dragged the bag down the street, put it on Lance's front porch, and said,
Oh, it's a heavy bag of candy. You must have gone to 2,000 houses or something to get this much candy.
No, just 2.
Wait a minute. How do you get so much candy at just 2 houses?
Well, my face is so scary. When people see it, they fall right over, and I take all the candy in their house.
Oh my God, you think you can scare me? Let me see your face.
Okay.
Lance lifted up his pillowcase and said,
Boom!
You think you can scare me with a face like that? I'm going to run away.
and he jumped into his car and drove away really fast. Then, Lance went inside and started to eat his first chocolate bar. There was a knock on the door. Lance opened it, and there was a teenager, the kind of kid who was much too old to go out for Halloween, but still went out anyway.
Whoa! Have you been to 5,000 houses to get that much candy?
No, just 5.
Wait a minute. How did you get so much candy at just 5 houses?
Well, my face is so scary that when people see it, they fall over. Now I'm going to scare you and take all your candy.
Maybe not. I want to see your face.
Okay.
The teenager lifted up his pillowcase and yelled,
Boom!
He had worms coming out of his hair, butterflies coming out of his nose, and ants coming out of his mouth. He was scary, but not nearly as scary as Lance.
Nice try.
Lance lifted up his pillowcase and said,
Boom!
"Ah!" The teenager yelled, dropped his bag of candy, and ran down the street. Lance took the teenager's bag of candy and dragged it into his house. His candy lasted a long time. Every day, Lance ate as much as he could. He ate candy for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. He ate candy in the middle of the night, but his candy still lasted until next Halloween.